So what should an investor do on a hot trading day like we saw last week or any hot trading day? We have a chart here. We call it the return of the Trump trade or the Trump bump, as some were calling it. So what should investors do? We've already talked about sticking to your discipline, but on that day after the election, simply put, I didn't do anything. I didn't buy. I didn't really sell. I just kind of took a step back and watched. Some people call like things like that the 3 day rule. They'll wait actually 3 trading days before they actually start to do things. I usually wait 24 hours or 1 trading day. So I took a bit of a step back. I did make a few trades that day, but they were based on fundamentals and for other reasons. There was no Trump bump considerations over here in my office. You want to take a step back because you really never know how the dust will settle. As I showed you earlier, a name like JP Morgan surged, that day and then pulled back the next. So I guess my message regarding what should investors do on a hot day, a lot of people will just jump in, as I said earlier, with 2 feet in the water, and sometimes that's just not the right thing because cooler heads prevail and the market sells off. Sometimes you hold back and actually the surge continues and you feel bad because the surge, you kind of missed it. So you can never really win. And so that's why, as I said earlier, you want to stick to your discipline. You want to buy if it makes sense, not just because there's a lot of hype, but because fundamentally the investment idea makes sense and also matches with your investment objectives. I know a lot of people on the day after the election bought stocks, and those stock ideas didn't even make sense from their investment objective perspective. They were buying it just because they saw things going higher, and that's not a reason to buy, and that's also not a reason to sell. Again, you want to make sure that you're doing things for the right reason. So on a hot trading day, even though we saw the gains that we just showed you on that recent chart, I think you just want to take a step back, take a breather, give yourself 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, and then make intelligent decisions with your investment portfolio.